particular one.
You know, well, England have conceded a lot of penalties, but the other side of it is that they have put pressure on New Zealand, and New Zealand have not got the quality of ball that they would want, and because of that, once again, England get a penalty when New Zealand so often strike.
Flood restored, goes for touch. That makes it, and it wasn't too conservative either.
It was a very good kick, wasn't it? Matt Stevens now in on Ali Williams, good body angle there in a defensive sense. The problem is England adopt that attitude, that position in attack. Defensively, that's brilliant from Matt Stevens.
Double change from the All Blacks. Kieran Reid is coming on to win his third cap. He made his debut against Scotland. He's on for Jerome Kano, and that is Nimir Tialata going off for John Arfoa at prop. Here's England's new prop, Matt Stevens. Good offload to Borthwick, his old club colleague at Bath. Toby Flood takes on the New Zealand midfield. Everything is this way for England. They've got nobody to the left at all. Kerr, Lippmann drops it, and now England must fan it to the left. In case of the quick turnover, it doesn't come back. New Zealand ball at the scrum.
Again, Matt Stevens on the pitch, he's had a good impact from the start, hasn't he? He's made one turnover into a penalty, always trying to offload. That's a lovely offload from Stevens there, and Borthwick doesn't carry where he's not very effective. He just moves the ball from the point of contact. Keep it away from this marauding New Zealand back five in terms of the contact area. Unlucky the knock-on in the end, eye off the ball.
So Ialu to Cowan, and Cowan through the gap, is he? Can he get the pass? And he can. Nonu, he's got Reid the replacement, he's going to try and do it himself. Ball's out already, and it's lost by Ford and Woodcock.
Well, that was a golden chance. England have been talking about missed opportunities in the last few weeks. Graham Henry must be thinking that could have been the game. That's a lovely break from Cowan. Flood just waits, he has to step back in there. Nonu can't get the pass away to Reid, but he's ball in two hands, he's drawing into him like bees to a honey pot, and then it's a quick ball required, it goes the wrong way. Scrambling defence from England, still in the game.
I mean, clearly New Zealand not at their best, but part of that has to be the fact that England are more than living with the best side in the world at the moment.
Well, they've lifted their game, haven't they, after the shambles that was South Africa last week. And last week, South Africa would have scored. Tom Rees coming on now for Lippmann, who's done admirably. England throwing on all the impact they can gather for 20 minutes. They are still in this game. Johnson said if we get within 60, we could win it. They didn't get anywhere near it against South Africa. Against New Zealand, they are just about within touching reach. Touch of distance, I should say.
So Lippmann off Tom Rees on. Rees after his best game in the series against South Africa. Look at that shove on from the New Zealand pack, and it's New Zealand ball, and it's Smith to Nonu, and surely New Zealand won't waste this chance. Muliaina will get in the corner for that try.
Well, it's beautifully finished by the All Blacks three quarters, but put that one down to New Zealand's scrum. England in a defensive scrum shunted off the ball. What a time for a turnover, and watch Conrad Smith, the way he straightens the man, and Nonu's improvement. He doesn't get try-line fever. Brilliant scrum from New Zealand. Cowan, who's beautiful ball there. Watch now, straightens it up. Smith, Nonu waits, he's patient. Rokothoku 2-on-1. It's lovely handling, it looks easy, it is easy, but New Zealand have done the basics well. That's good from Rokothoku. It's fantastic from Jimmy Cowan.
The All Blacks swoop again. Like we know they can. Created by the power of the forwards, that try. Beautifully finished by the backs, of course, but it wouldn't have happened had it not been for that surge at the scrum. And here's Dan Carter. Still can't find his kicking boots. Let's go down to the front line and a front row man, Phil Greening.
From that scrum, you've got Woodcock here, same position as Vickery, but Matt Stevens has got his right shoulder up. He's let Woodcock get under that right shoulder. Once you do that as a loose head, you're in a whole world of pain. Woodcock fills that, they get under, turn over the ball, and there's some great lines to finish this try off.
And I wonder what Phil Vickery thought of all of that.
That's interesting, isn't it? Very enlightening there from Phil, because Vickery, you know, he's conned the odd penalty, he's put pressure on Woodcock, and then Stevens comes on. We've seen him tackle and offload, but on a key scrum, Woodcock explodes into life, and Stevens' naivety tells. There's not that many scrums in a game, but if you get the big one wrong, you can lose matches.
And now we see England in front of the kicker at the restart. That's offside, and that's a scrum back on halfway.
And England's restart work has been pretty good, hasn't it? But that's the deflationary element that comes with that try.
Harry Ellis is replacing Danny Kerr, as he has done right the way through this series. Ellis, cap number 22 now, having to be content with a place on the bench because of that man Danny Kerr.
Now this is hard times for England, because they've been banging this game. Now they're 11 down with 20 to go. They're vulnerable here. They need to really get their game going again.
Carter. Armitage. Cowan. He's starting to enjoy the game as it goes on. Jimmy Cowan. There's a little bit more space from out there now. McCall. Sigabatu. There's just a constant stream of penalties in these positions from England. They can't stem the flow. 13 now.
Listen, look, I'm very dangerous ground here, okay? I'm trying to work, but you're giving me no options, okay? Any more of that crap and they're gone. All right, sort it out, Steve.
I mean, even if you just have to back off and allow New Zealand ball and just say, see if you can score.
Have a shot, please.
England, it's better doing that than giving these penalties away. I mean, my ears are bleeding somewhat at the moment, and a lot of Englishmen will be suffering there. But you can't argue with that. You can't argue. A lot of people, 80,000 right here. Most of these penalties have been conceded by England, as they were 2 weeks ago against Australia. Now and again, you feel that's harsh, but there's almost this English perception, oh, it's pedantic refereeing. It's not. It's constant stupidity from England. It's hurting them horribly.
And Carter determined that time not to make the error. It's a very useful score for New Zealand. It takes them into that 20-point territory. Do England still have the belief?
Well, Miles, one scrum shoved up the ball, one restart where the discipline's not right, one poor penalty, and suddenly you're 10 further points behind. Now England have got to continue to hit like they've just hit McCall.
Well, certainly still have the commitment, as we saw there. And again from Harry Ellis. Armitage. Saki. Reese. Stevens there, another replacement with him. Another, the scrum half, Harry Ellis, is trying to pull this out. What's Soialo doing? Coming around the wrong side, going off his feet. And again he's on the wrong side. Told to roll away by the referee. There's England's 8 Eastern, that's a good ball.